Can granola be healthy? I think so, but the real question is how healthy can it be? I personally could eat granola every day, whether that's with yogurt, berries, or just out of the packet. But if you're using the processed stuff from the shop, which is full of sugar, I'm not sure that's so good for you. So let's get cooking and see if we can make some super healthy granola. We're of course going to start off with some oats. We're going to be using some steel cut ones, which are the least processed version, packed with fibre. They've got more protein than most grains and a load of other vitamins and minerals. Next, we're going to put in a slightly more unusual granola ingredient, and that is quinoa. It's high in magnesium, fibre and antioxidants, and it puffs up and gets really crunchy when baked. Then some flaked coconut, also high in fibre, and it also contains lots of important minerals like copper and selenium. I've now got a selection of nuts including almonds, Brazil nuts and walnuts. Walnuts are particularly high in omega-3 and also antioxidants. Brazil nuts are another great plant-based food, high in lots of minerals, and in particular it is really high in selenium. Almonds, like the other nuts, are full of unsaturated fats and minerals, and they're good for lowering cholesterol and blood pressure. I'm going to give these nuts a quick chop through and then they're going to go in with the other ingredients. Next up, we've got a few seeds. I've got chia seeds and pumpkin seeds here. Great for fibre, healthy fats, antioxidants, and then the chia seeds are particularly high in omega-3. I love adding cinnamon to granola. It's got a beautiful, fragrant, sweet flavour, but it's also got some health benefits such as reduced inflammation, and it helps with your cardiovascular health. Next up, just a little dash of vanilla extract. With the cinnamon, this is going to add a lovely flavour to the granola. So instead of using any refined sugar in this granola, we're going to make a paste out of Medjool dates, tahini and extra virgin olive oil. The dates add a lovely caramel flavour and they're full of fibre and antioxidants. Then the tahini, it's got a lovely nutty flavour. It's high in fibre, protein and a few different minerals such as copper, phosphorus and selenium. Then to finish off, some extra virgin olive oil. It's high in monosaturated fatty acids, it's anti-inflammatory and it can even decrease cholesterol. So I'm just going to whiz this up in a blender. You could use a food processor if you wanted to, and if it's not blending very well, then just add a splash of water. You'll now have a delicious caramelly paste which you can just pour over the other granola ingredients, and then you're going to give it a good massage. Make sure to get all the ingredients coated in the paste so that they all get nice and crunchy when baked. Then just get your granola onto a lined baking tray, and I like to use a spatula to sort of pat it down and make it into one nice layer. This is going to help you get nice big chunks of granola which will break up a little bit halfway through the cooking. Simply bake for 15 minutes and then get in there with a fork and break it up. We'll then bake it for another 10 to 15 minutes until beautifully golden. The granola won't feel super crispy yet, but once you leave it to cool, it's going to dry out even more and then it's going to get extra crunchy. Once it is cool, we've got a few more really healthy ingredients to add. Starting with some dried berries such as apricots, cranberries and goji berries. Apricots are high in vitamin A, iron and potassium. I'm just going to give them a quick chop through so we don't have too many big chunks of apricot in the granola. The cranberries are high in vitamin C, and then the goji berries high in antioxidants, helping reduce inflammation in the body. The final ingredient going in is dark chocolate. You want one with at least 70% cocoa. Dark chocolate contains more antioxidants than green tea or red wine, and it contains substances that may lower your blood pressure, improve your cholesterol, and help your body deal with insulin. So we're going to mix this through the granola so we have a nice even distribution of all the berries and the chocolate. As you can see, we've got lovely big bits of golden granola and the quinoa has gone nice and puffed up. Get your granola into a Tupperware or jar and that is ready to be eaten on its own with berries, with yogurt, however you like it, and that is going to be a delicious, healthy treat. Okay, let's give this a little taste. I've just got some soya yogurt here and a few berries to complement the granola. It's got a good crunch to it. The little bits of chocolate are really nice in there. And then you've got a really nice dried fruit. And also the quinoa, I really like the quinoa. It's just a different texture to, just having your normal oats. You get these little bits of puffy, crunchy quinoa. So that's really nice. I like how it's not as sweet as your typical shop bought granola. It's still got some good sweetness from the dried berries and of course the date syrup that we made. And it's definitely tasty enough to just eat it as it is out of the jar as a little snack, and it is healthy, so that's a win-win right there. The difficult thing now is going to be not eating all that granola in like the next couple of days. I'm going to definitely have to hold myself back. Although this type of granola is quite expensive, there are a few substitutions you can make to get it a bit cheaper. So for example, instead of making a date syrup to sweeten it, you could use raisins or sultanas. You could also not use any olive oil or oil at all and just do the tahini and the dates and then maybe a little water to loosen it up. Although the quinoa is a really nice addition, you don't have to use quinoa, you could just stick to plain oats. I did use some quite expensive nuts, so like the Brazil nuts and the walnuts are quite expensive, but you could use just peanuts, they're really cheap. Almonds, they're not too bad, so maybe a mix of peanuts and almonds would be a nice cheap option to go for. Also, if you didn't want to use chia seeds, you could use sunflower seeds. They're quite a good option. In terms of the dried fruit, goji berries are really expensive, but you could easily replace them with just using like raisins, sultanas and raisins. They're a great option to use. So there's a good few things you can do to keep this granola a little bit cheaper, but keep it healthy by not adding any extra sugars and just doing the raisin or date syrup to sweeten it a little bit. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do share it with your friends and also let me know what you like to put in your granola. I've got loads more recipes and cooking videos to come, so be sure to subscribe and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye. Looking for some healthy breakfast? Then check out this video here.